Colombo, Sri Lanka, a city where heritage and ambition meet. But tucked away from the noise lies a quiet room filled with rare minerals from all across the world. Crystals, fossils, stories in stone, and at the center of it all is one man.
This is how you find it in the floor, no cutting, nothing has been done.
Fossilized dinosaur egg over 45 million years ago. That time only accelerated irrigation Mahaveli project started. It's valuable specimen.
Very valuable. We'll start with how you got into gemology first. Are you coming from a background of gemology, or you're the first person in the generation?
You mean family? My
yes,
family?
yes.
No one from my family was engaged in the gem business. I was fortunate to obtain a scholarship to do geology in Russia. So after my A-level with my credentials, the government offered me a scholarship where I finished a comprehensive course in geology which led to Master of Science. So it tempted me to study more and more on these minerals and crystals. That was nearly 5.5 years.
When I first saw pyrite, I was very surprised to see that you find rocks like this.
Yeah.
Cubes.
Yeah.
Cubes in the ground. These are naturally formed. Like, a lot of people don't know this.
No,
right?
these are formed natural.
Yes.
This comes from Nujat, famous gem mine in Spain.
Spain. So මේකට මේ ලංකාවේ මම හිතන්නේ දිය රත්තරන් කියලා කියන්නේ නේද?
Diya Rattan. This is only used to make sulfuric acid.
Sulfuric acid, right?
Right, no?
Right.
And sulfide, oxidize කළ ගත්තන sulfur dioxide වායු හැදෙනවා ඒක වතුර දිය කරාම හරි. Normally this material 1 ton is now about $50.
No.
$50.
Right.
Not cube form, the massive form එකේ තියෙනවා.
Massive form.
Then after finishing, I went to UK, London.
This is right after Russia.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't come to Sri Lanka, I just went and it's out of my own money.
Right.
When I went to London, I enrolled Imperial College of Science and Technology, which is under University of London.
Yes.
Then there I studied the course Science of Materials.
Over the decades, he's earned a doctorate in mineral exploration and prestigious gemological titles from GEMA and GIA. But these papers are just the surface. His real knowledge lives in every stone he studied.
Then I returned to Sri Lanka, got an employment opportunity at State Gem Corporation.
And when was this, sir?
That is 1978. During that time only the government under J.R. Javadena accelerated irrigation Mahaveli project started.
Yes.
They wanted to do large-scale mechanized mining before the reservoirs in Victoria, Moragahakand and all submerged underwater.
Right.
So I was really, even Samanala, I was really involved in those projects.
Right.
So
Before they put water, they just wanted to
open the dam. So they have to go, otherwise you can never.
Did you find any special gems when you were doing that excavation?
Not special gems, of course we identify. We found a moonstone mine in Victoria, Digan area.
Right.
Very good quality moonstone mine. Now at the moment it's submerged water.
Yes.
Deposit.
Deposit, no.
Hydrothermal water. මේක මේ Serendibite කියන ස්ටෝන් එක. Serendibite කියන්නේ මිනරල් එක Serendib කියලා ලංකාවට කියන එකෙන් තමයි ආවේ මේ හොඳට කැරිච්ච නැති කිව්ලා මේ පොළ පාට ලංකාවේ හම්බෙච්ච කැරට් එකේ ගල්ලා විකුණලා තියෙනවා ඩොලර් 10,000 දක්වා.
නෑ.
කැරට් එකේ.
මේක පොඩ්ඩක් ක්ලියර් මදි නේද ගල?
ක්ලියර් මදි. ට්‍රාන්ස්පරන්සි ගන්න නැහැ මේ විනිවිද භාවයක් නැහැ.
ඔව්. හැබැයි මේක අර ෆෝමේෂන් එකේ ඉන්න මේක රෙයාරිටි එකක් තියෙනවා මේ
ක්‍රිස්ටල් ෆෝම් එකේ වගේ ලොකු ගල් හරියම අඩුයි. I had the opportunity to participate in one of the international conferences in 1981 in Tokyo. My professor from Netherlands, he was the curate of the museum in Leiden. He came to Sri Lanka, Gamini, there is a conference in Tokyo in 1981. My Dutch professor, he said, I can recommend you to join this conference.
Right.
I remember it was very interesting because foremost key persons in gemology like Dr. Edward Gubelin is the person who has written so many books on the inclusion,
Yes.
internal world of gemstones. You name whoever, all the top people of the whole world were there. Even Richard Lidicott from GIA, president, was there.
Right,
So I was
right.
very lucky. This conference is held every 2 years. It was 1981, so they were discussing where to have the conference in 1983.
Right.
My professor whispered to me, Gamini, why don't you make a suggestion?
Yeah.
I was clueless about these politics matter. I said, okay, everyone. Then there was a lady who wanted to have it in Brazil.
Right.
There's another gentleman who wanted to have it in South Africa.
Right.
And they had a vote, and we won
Sri
with a
Lanka.
large majority, Sri Lanka.
Right.
So in 83, lots of all these people came to Beruala. The GIA president, FGA president, the Japanese people. We had about 80 international reputable gemologists in Sri Lanka. Then 85, we had a meeting similar in Australia. 87, we had again go to Brazil. We were in Spain, we were in France, we were in Namibia, more than 56 countries. I have, I think, about 10 full passports already finished. So this one is a specimen from Sri Lanka, Navalapitia,
Right.
900 grams weighing aquamarine.
So it has 6 sides, no? This is
So the 6 side is ideal hexagonal form crystal. If you carefully examine here, you can see lots of H marks here.
H part.
We call it tomography. This is features of the
Features.
surface. That's right. So beryl group, emerald, aquamarine, peliodo, all crystallizes in hexagonal form.
So this is how it comes now. Anyone
Yeah,
who
yeah,
doesn't,
yeah.
anyone
Yeah, yeah.
anyone new to gemology should understand that this is how you
this
find
is
it.
the formation, yeah.
This is how you find it in the flow. No
yeah.
cutting, nothing has been done.
Right, yes. So I was working at the State Gem Corporation under Research and Development Division. There I started gemology training courses
Right.
in Sinhala and in English medium. That time nobody was conducting courses in Sri Lanka. People really, they were keeping this subject as a secret.
Secret. Right.
Then later on, I remember this heat treatment issue came to Sri Lanka, that everybody was very anxious to know how this heat treatment is done, what is the machine you could do and all. I remember together with Sri Lanka Export Development Board, we found out that in Japan, there was a company called Toda, who was producing machines for their ceramic industry.
Ceramic industry.
Yeah, ceramic industry, because they need the high temperature ceramic bricks and all, no? So this machine, you could operate it with normal cooking gas. We call it butane gas
Yes.
or LP gas mixed with oxygen.
Right.
We imported one machine. It was only about $1,000 at that time. Then we experimented. We got convincing results. Then we conducted classes for the public.
For heat treatment.
Heat treatment.
This is in the 80s.
Yeah, at the Gold Face. It's
80s,
under
huh?
my show, 1984, 85, like that.
So it goes back then, no?
Yeah. That time nobody had heated machines.
Yes.
A lot of people learned that people started to order this machine from Japan.
Uh-huh.
Surprisingly, Mr. Toda, who was selling this machine, he was curious to find out why this Sri Lanka is suddenly show the interest in this brick industry. So he flew to Sri Lanka. He noted that people are cooking gewdas, Sapphire. As a result, from $1,000, $2,000 machine, he increased the price to $10,000.
No.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
still
that's
remember
so
that
much.
time. Yeah. Then I still remember we had a collaboration with the Lanka ceramic factory in Mipe. We had a very capable engineer, Mr. Bandula Pera. So we showed him the designs and all. We managed to copy the machine and we managed to sell for near 200,000 rupees to the public. When the banks gave a lot of aid, financial support. In 2 years' time, we had about 100 people heating in Sri Lanka.
No.
Mega corundum specimen in situ. In situ කියලා කියන්නේ හැදිච්ච තැනක තිබිච්ච
So basically this මේ වගේ තමයි මේක
මේ
තියලා
වගේ තමයි තියෙන්නේ.
ඕක මේ විදියට ගැලවිලා
එලා පල්ලමේ ගිහිල්ලා ස්ලෝප් එකේ ගිහිල්ලා රිවර් එකක් දිහේ කරගෙන යනවා.
රිවේකට ගියාට පස්සේ මේක බෝල වෙන්න
ට්‍රාන්ස්පෝර්ට් ට්‍රාන්ස්පෝර්ට් වෙනවා.
ට්‍රාන්ස්පෝර්ට් බෝල එතකොට තමයි බෝල ගල්ලා හම්බෙන්නේ.
ඔව්.
දැන් මේක මේවා ක්ලියර් නෑ.
ඔව්.
හැබැයි හොඳ නිල්
තියෙන්න පුළුවන්.
ගලුත් තියෙන්නේ මේ වගේම තමයි එන්නේ නේ.
අනිවාර්යයෙන්.
So දැන් මේක ඇතුලේ
ඔව්.
can you have a gem quality stone? No.
ඒක අමාරුයි කියන්න මොකද මේ වගේ උදාහරණ දෙකක් අපිට හම්බෙලා තියෙනවා මේ කහවත්තෙන් කොට්ටේ වගේ ඇතුලේ තිබුණා හොඳ ට්‍රාන්ස්පරන්ට් ඒවා.
Right.
ඒක අපිට කියන්න අමාරුයි.
So even in this you can find, you might...
You can be, yes, can be.
But you'll have to cut break into the stone and then you'll lose the value. If you don't find anything, you'll lose the value of...
specimen එක.
Yes.
I have seen purplish and reddish color stones with this in other samples.
So where did you find this? Tell me a backstory about this.
Wellavai. මේක මේ කන්දක හම්බෙලා ලංකාවේ මිනිස්සු හුඟක් ගිහලා මේක ගරන්න පටන් අරගෙන මේ මෙතන තියෙන පොඩි කන්දේ tunnel එකක්.
Right.
So it was a tunnel.
Right.
Somebody got trapped and died.
Okay.
So that after that police was very strict, made it out of bounds for people and all. So you see this one. Mirisata Hela primary sapphire deposit Sri Lanka. Wellavai idala you need to climb the mountain. It's about 4 kilometers mountain. I wrote with one of this friend from Hong Kong. Me pen tunnel එක මේ. Hammer එක දදා ගගා ඉන්නවා. And use මෙතින් purple ruby crystals දැක. And ඊට පස්සේ මේකේ පේනවාට inclusions මේ liquid formation එකේ තියෙන මේ ඔක්කොම heat නැති ගල් වල තමයි මේ වගේ තියෙන්නේ. මේ heat නැති ගල් හොඳට තියෙනවා. මේ heat කරන මේ evaporation.
Now in the 80s when they started burning stones, there were not many labs. I don't think.
Yeah.
So how did they figure out the natural and the heated at the time?
At that time, people were not very concerned about that. If you disclose this heated, they buy this one. But later on in mid-90s, island people produced lots of diffuse sapphires. It happened by mistake because purplish sapphires, when you heat, you can lighten the color. But what happened was, in their crucibles, they had by mistake chrysoberyl mixed with the stone.
Right.
Chrysoberyl carries beryllium. So that beryllium was influx to the stone and changed the color to orange and pinkish color.
Right.
So as a result, lots of Padmaraja stones produced.
In the 90s.
In the 90s, a lot of people bought because Padmaraja is usually very high expensive. Even the Japanese labs, they were not aware of this. They give authenticity reports, say that's natural sapphire like that. Then what happened later on, New York labs decided to check, then they found beryllium and this stone is not completely Padmaraja color, is only on the surface. So they returned all the stones, then even the lab heads in Tokyo had to resign. Government lab had to close down. After that only the lab enthusiasm came. The demand for the labs only after that one, people were asking. මේක Olivine crystal. Olivine කියලා කියන්නේ අපි පොළොවට මුලින්ම පිට from outside the world terrestrial mineral එකට ආපු mineral එක Olivine. Olivine තමයි ආයෙ මුලින්ම.
So this is like a meteorite?
meteorite වලින් ආපු එක. ඉස්සර කාලේ meteorite එක තියෙනවා ආවා. ඒකට ඒක නිසා මේ Olivine වැදගත්කමක් තියෙනවා. This is from Colombo.
Colombo, Sri Lanka?
Yeah, in Sri Lanka.
So this is a very rare...
Yeah, it's a very rare specimen.
So now here, so you have a methanadine, you have a
මේ තියෙන
spindle.
පේනෝනේ cubic form එකක් තියෙන්නේ එතන. cubic අර
Spindle එකක්.
pyramid දෙකක් වගේ නේ.
Pyramid
දෙකක්. black spinel එක.
This is a very interesting piece, very valuable specimen because you don't find things like may
Crystal
form
collector, crystal collector, you can
I'll finish it off, sir. What do you have as a message to anyone who's willing to come into the industry as a gemologist, maybe as a businessman, as a trader? You are a person who's come in with over 50 years of experience. So as a veteran in the trade, what is the
genuineness as a businessman is important rather than going for a quick profit, and the disclosure of your product is the most important thing. You have to be genuine. Disclose. The stone heated. If you don't know, you just tell them you don't know, that's one. Because then your client will depend on you. It's very hard to get good clients nowadays. If you lose one client, you will suffer for 5 years to find another good client.
It's advice forged from experience, a reminder that integrity, like a gem, is what gives true value. In these stones lie the stories of a lifetime, of discoveries made, friendships formed, and mysteries still unanswered. We couldn't share it all, but every crystal, every memory holds a chapter of something greater. This is more than a collection. It's a life lived in pursuit of wonder And we are grateful for the chance to step into Dr. Gamini's world and witness a legacy still unfolding.